So, I popped into High House Insurance to see if they could quote for my house insurance rather than using the internet. High House got a great deal. So, to celebrate, I bought a posh hairdo. It made me look beautiful, gorgeous enough to become a highly paid model. I then won Celebrity Big Brother. I had an affair with an MP. Now, I'm promoting a doll of me that says, "Cool blimey, you're well fit."
Happy things happen when you talk face-to-face with High House Insurance. See if we can beat your home insurance quote from the internet. Find us on the High Street, Selsey, or call 606 552.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Manhood Internet Radio. I'm Tony Weiner, your host for the show, the first one of July 2017. My, how time flies. Okay then, let's get going, and on the show today we have an item about one of the world's most popular ladies' activities, and also another one about a secret society. But before that, here's Alison to tell us about the week's weather.
Time now for a look at the weather on the Manhood Peninsula. Tuesday the 4th of July we can expect a top temperature of 18 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 mile an hour west southwesterly wind. Then on Wednesday the 5th of July, top temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, so it's definitely going in the right direction, 66 degrees Fahrenheit, light cloud cover, 7 mile an hour north-northeasterly wind. Thursday the 6th of July, temperatures rising again, 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny intervals, and 11 mile an hour southerly wind. Then on Friday the 7th of July, the top temperature of the week, 22 degrees Celsius, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny intervals again, 11 mile an hour westerly wind. Saturday the 8th, very slightly cooler, 21 degrees Celsius, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny intervals again, 11 mile an hour west-northwesterly wind. And Sunday the 9th of July, similar temperature, 21 Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit, but this is our day for sunshine, an 11 mile an hour northwesterly wind. Time now for our weekly look at the tide table. On Tuesday the 4th of July we can expect a high at 20 to 9 and a low at 20 to 3. A high tide again at 9 o'clock in the evening. Now they change of course throughout the week, finishing on Tuesday the 11th of July with a high at 20 to 2 and a low at 20 past 7. And don't forget our tip news for the week. Thursday the 6th of July, the mobile tip will be meeting at the Witterings. So if you've got any rubbish, then that's the place to go on the 6th of July. I'll speak to you again. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you, Alison. And now a topic about the Masons. Are they really a secret society? Here is Keith to find out.
Now, this next interview is probably going to be one of the most difficult I've ever done, because if you listen to popular myth, I'm talking to a chap now that's from a secret society. Well, of course, if that's the truth, he's not going to tell us very much, so it could be a very short interview. But actually, I know that he's going to tell us a bit more than we expect. And my next guest is Bob Dixon, and Bob is a local Freemason, and he's going to be telling us a bit about Freemasonry. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on. Basically, I'm not quite sure exactly what you're after at the moment. It's not a secret society as such.
Is it a society of secrets?
It's a society with secrets, they say, which is rather twee. So the reality is, if you go on the internet, you can find out anything you wish about Freemasonry, about the ceremonies and the secrets that we are supposed to.
Yes, yeah. I mean, what people tend to lose sight of is the fact that it dates back to the 14th century.
Yeah, it may go back beyond that.
And it was there for a particular purpose.
Yeah, that's right, the stonemasons in those days. And the reason for the secrecy was, of course, that in those days you didn't get indentured papers or anything like this. So the only way you could show who you were and how well you've done and that sort of stuff was by your handshakes and certain verbal interchanges and stuff like that. Yeah. So it became, from that it then developed into speculative Freemasonry in the sort of the 16th, 17th century.
Do you think that people over the years have quite enjoyed the fact that it was a, in brackets, secret society, and so promoted that side of it? Because I get the feeling that some people were, they'd quite enjoyed the fact that they're Masons, and that they've been allowed into this secret society. And I'm sorry to keep referring to it,
no, it's okay.
but it's what most people know it as. And so they've perpetuated that, and
possibly. I mean, so the reality is, of course, in the old days, if it was a speculative Mason, then it was somebody probably who was in the middle to the upper echelons of the society. It wasn't just your ordinary commoner and that sort of thing. And I'm saying right up to, I suppose, about the 50s or 60s, it was generally the middle management and above that were Freemasons. It wasn't your sort of ordinary man of the road, man of the streets, or anything like that. It's changed far more recently. I think we've become more open, which we needed to be, really, because, as you say, this myth about the secrecy and stuff.
And of course, it's not the only one. I mean, my dad was in the Buffs for years, and it's a similar society.
That's right. There's no difference, I think, in some ways. In if you look at the regalia that they wear and the regalia we have, there's not a great deal of difference in it at all. And in fact, if you go to auctions, you'll find that they get confused between which is which.
Yes.
So that's how close it is.
Yeah.
Of course, this is one of those sort of things that happens, I suppose, over time. But the reason I'm here today really is to say that we've got an open day coming up on this coming Saturday, which will be too late for your output on here, and then the following Saturday up at South Pallant, 7 South Pallant at the Masonic Hall, where anybody can come in, have a look around the lodge room and that sort of stuff, and have any sort of questions that they've got answered.
Well, I think that's fantastic, because people can actually find out. Yeah. Even if they're just nosy people like me, they can find out what goes on. Assuming that there are certain restrictions, but
no restrictions at all. They can walk around the whole place and that sort of stuff. We're going to lay out regalia and stuff like that, so that people can appreciate just quite where that sort of element of the regalia fits into the hierarchy of the Masons. We have a hierarchy.
There was a hierarchy in the Masons from the word go. I mean, there would be skilled Masons and apprentice Masons and people in between at various levels. So that created its own hierarchy historically. And of course, that's gone on over the years. In maybe a slightly different guise, but it's kept the ranks there, as it were.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, of course, you have side orders, which are allied to the main craft masonry, but they move on to like the Royal Ark Mariners and the Mark Masons, Rose Croix. There's something like about sort of 140 odd different side orders as well. So it's not just craft masonry. That's only sort of 4 degrees, three plus what they call the Royal Arch Masonry, which is supposed to be the ultimate sort of thing in craft masonry.
Now, masonry is spread worldwide. Is it governed by a worldwide body, or is it, are they different? I'm trying to sort of equate it with what I know, little I know about the Buffs when my dad spent all those years.
The United Grand Lodge of England supervise everywhere that it's legitimate, as it were, but there are other ones that set up. There's one in Spain, there was one in America initially, but they've now come under the United Grand Lodge of England and that sort of stuff. They all set up, then it's a similar sort of thing. Now, theoretically, we're not allowed to visit. If you're a genuine bona fide United Grand Lodge Mason, you're not allowed to go to any one of these particularly closely allied Masonic functions or anything like that at all. Because we're not allowed to give up our secrets, as it were.
Okay, well,
to them, but they probably know them anyway.
Well, I mean, this interview's already lasted about 5 times as long as I expected it to,
right,
because I didn't think I was going to get any information at all. But I think it's a great idea for people to be able to come along and have a look. And as you say, this coming Saturday won't make it for that, but the following Saturday, and the date for that is the 8th, 8th of July. And if you go along on the 8th of July to
South Pallant, 7 South Pallant in Chichester.
7 South Pallant in Chichester, and then you'll be able to have a look around and ask all the questions you like and get some answers. And hopefully this has just whetted your appetite just a little bit to want to do that, because the opportunity is there to learn about the Masons. And so it's not their fault now if you don't know about them.
No, that's true. And of course, there was the Sky One programme, which was 5 one-hour slots, which sort of exposed most of the masonry. It didn't show the ins and outs of the ceremonies, but they showed most of it, and also the charitable side of it, which of course is quite a major part.
Which is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
That much I do know. So much is done for charity by the Masons.
Yeah, but not just for Masons. It's for, I've got some stuff here which shows I think we gave out just over £3 million last year, and this is standard, and this is to non-Masonic charity, non-Masonic people.
Oh, absolutely.
It's to the air ambulances and hospices and other sort of things like that. So they will see a bit of that as well if they come around.
So a tremendous amount of good work going on.
Hopefully.
And your chance to learn a little bit more about it, or a lot more about it actually, if you go and ask the right questions. And I'm sure Bob will be along there to
indeed
assist and give you some answers. Now, what time will
from 10 till 4, 1000 to 1600.
Okay, so that's from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock. Along there in
7 South Pallant.
7 South Pallant. So from 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock along there in 7 South Pallant.
Yeah.
Can't get my teeth right today. And ask all the questions you like.
And girls can go.
Absolutely, oh yes.
Well, there's a little voice came from the corner there and said, and girls can go. Well, of course, for many, many years, women weren't allowed anywhere near Masonic lodges or unless they were invited in, as far as I know. But
no, it's changed.
For functions.
And I'm saying, to be honest, I couldn't go if it wasn't for the support of my wife. I mean, so that's the reality. And most of the lads are grateful for the support their wives offer. And they do get their rewards, limited though it may be, in that they have wives' weekends, we take them away, or we have sort of functions and that sort of stuff where the girls come. But I'm saying principally it is a male-dominated environment, but there are female sections out there now.
Yeah, well, there you go. You might even want to investigate that. Well, thanks for coming in, Bob.
My pleasure.
And I'm sure we're going to get some more questions to be asked of you.
Okay.
So maybe we can get you back in a not-too-distant future and catch up again.
Be happy to help.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now it's time to find out what's going on in Selsey, so over to Alison.
Hello there, and welcome once again to our weekly look at what's happening in Selsey. First of all, on Tuesday the 4th of July, we start off with the mobile soft play session. That's for the under 5s at the Selsey Centre on Manor Road. It starts at 10 and finishes at 11:30. If you're interested in finding out any more about that, you need to call Sue or Tom on 604 642. In the afternoon on Tuesday, the Selsey Shuttle Tuesday excursion will take place. This week they're going to Manor Nursery. The cost is £3.50 per person, and they'll begin picking up from 1:15 in the afternoon and should be back by 5. If you'd like to reserve your place, then please telephone 604416. If you want to stay in Selsey on Tuesday, then the Writers' Circle may be of interest. They meet at the Methodist Church Hall on the High Street. For more information about that, you can telephone Pat Reed on 601 550. That's from 2 o'clock until 4:30 on Tuesday. The Selsey Venture Club are having their important AGM this week. It's to be held at St Peter's Church Hall, and all members are very welcome to attend. Venture buses, of course, will be available. You need to book by coming into the office or by phoning 605 115. That's the Venture Club AGM from 2:30 until 3:30 on Tuesday. Then in the later afternoon, kickboxing for kids at the Selsey Centre between 4:30 and 5:30, and girls football at the Academy on School Lane between 6 and 7. And then for the older ones, netball for all at the Academy Sports Hall. That starts at 7 and should be finished by 8:30. On Wednesday the 5th of July, the wood carving group will meet at the Scout Hut on School Lane. They're a small, friendly group of woodcarvers meeting every Wednesday, and they help each other with their various projects. Do feel free to drop in and have a look at what's going on. For more information, you can have a look at the website www.selseywoodcarvers.co.uk. That's all day at the Scout Hut. In the morning, there's body conditioning exercise class at the Selsey Centre, 9:15 until 10:15. And it's also the morning for the Seal Island Swimming Club. They meet at the Oasis Pool at Bunleisure between 9:30 and 10:30. Then between 10 and 12, the Selsey Model Boat Club meet at the pond on East Beach, where they sail radio-controlled boats. And new members are always welcome. Chris is the contact there, 601 550. Don't forget the Fitter Sitters exercise class at the Selsey Centre between 10:20 and 11:20. And then in the afternoon, there's Crafty Natter Club at the Methodist Church. More information on that from Lisa on 601 032. That starts at 2 and finishes at 4. Also at the Methodist Hall in the evening, there's the Selsey Community Choir practice. That's from 7 until 8:30. And I know they've got a performance coming up, so they're getting ready for that now. Carpet bowls also on a Wednesday between 7 and 8 at Medmary Primary School. Thursday the 6th of July in the morning, we have the mobile soft play session again for the under 5s at the Selsey Centre between 10 o'clock and 11:30. And at Selsey Library in the morning, 10:30 until 11:30, you're invited to have a cup of tea and to discuss the latest books that have arrived. It's time for the Selsey Bridge Club in the afternoon, a friendly group of mixed ability. Carol has more information on that on 602250. They start at 2 and finish at 5. What about a musical afternoon with tea? Delicious cakes, dazzling music and delightful company. You're very welcome to come along and join in or just sit and listen. Peter will be on piano and accordion, and he normally has some guests as well. The ticket price is £3, which does include refreshments. That's at the Methodist Church on the High Street between 2:30 and 4:30 on Thursday. Selsey Library once again, 5:45 and 7:15 this time. Come along to the library this evening to read, chat, or just to listen to what's going on. For the slightly more adventurous, what about walking football at the Academy? If you'd like a gentle game of football to keep you in shape, you can come and join the walking football for the over 50s group. That's from 6 until 7:30. The Lighthouse Youth Club meets for school ages 5 to 8, starting at 6:30 and finishing at 7:45. That's at East Beach Church. And then there's adult basketball at the Academy Sports Hall, starting at 7 and finishing at 8. Also starting at 7 is carpet bowls at Medmary Primary School. And at 7:30 we've got the Seal Island WI. They meet at the Selsey Centre. New members, of course, are always welcome to that. Melanie has some information on 604059. And Sylvia Rattenbury will be talking to the group about how to live life in colour. I believe that she advises on wearing colours that suit, so that's the Seal Island WI. On Friday the 7th of July, the Seal Island Swimming Club meet once again at the Oasis Pool, 9:30 until 10:30. And then there's Heidi's new group at the Selsey Centre, Steady and Strong, for those people who want to improve strength and balance. She focuses on improving strength, posture, balance and confidence. The charge is £4 on a pay-as-you-go basis. Heidi Dunster is the lady's name. More information on 0782 692 4923. That's Heidi on 0782 692 4923. So that's Steady and Strong between 11:30 and 12:30. In the afternoon, the Derby and Joan Club meet as usual at St Peter's Church Hall, where they promise a game of bingo, raffle, a cup of tea and a chat. Sometimes they go out on days out, so you need to speak to them if you're interested. Jill Evenden is the lady, 604187. The Venture Bus is available for those members, and it starts at 2 and finishes at 4. There's also the Beginners Bridge Group at the Selsey Club on Cox's Road from 2 until 4. And then slightly later, the Bright Sparks Youth Club for school years 1 to 4. That meets at East Beach Church from 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And then early evening, the Selsey Specials Friday football meets at the Academy School Lane. That's from 6 until 7. Saturday the 8th of July, the Selsey Cancer Relief Jumble Sale is going to be held at the Methodist Church Hall, starting at 10 and finishing by 11. And don't forget that Selsey Methodist Church itself is celebrating their 150th anniversary. From 3 o'clock until 5:30, they're going to start the celebration weekend with an anniversary service led by the Reverend Ian Sutty, followed by an anniversary tea. If you'd like to come, please reply and let them know to help with their catering plans. And then in the evening, there's going to be a popular music evening suitable for all. They promise a friendly evening packed with musical mastery, including songs from the shows, big band favourites, popular light classic, and a last night of the Proms finale. It's going to feature the celebrated international theatre organist Michael Wooldridge and the golden voice of Carol Paternoster. Tickets for that event are £7 each, which will include refreshments. You can get those from Gilbert and Cleveland on the High Street or by phoning 605 669. As usual, of course, the Venture Bus will be available, so book your place with them. So that's the music concert starting at 6 and finishing at 8. On Sunday the 9th of July, the Selsey Power Rangers meet at Hillfield Road Car Park. They start at 9 and finish at 10. Then at 9:30 until 10:30 we've got carpet bowls at Medmory Primary School on School Lane. And of course the Selsey Model Boat Club, weather permitting, will be meeting at the pond on East Beach where they sail radio-controlled boats. New members are always welcome. Chris is the person to contact, 801 550, and that's from 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock on Sunday. Also on Sunday, the Methodist Church will continue with their 150th anniversary with a Thanksgiving service. This is going to be led by the Reverend Bruce Allinson. It will include Holy Communion and it will be followed by tea and coffee in the large hall. Then in the afternoon on Sunday, there's carpet bowls at Medmory Primary School, School Lane. That starts at 3 and finishes at 4. Moving on now to Monday the 10th. Dance and Tone at the Selsey Centre, 9:30 until 10:30, followed by Pilates, so there's no excuse for a lack of exercise there. Dementia Awareness Drop-In is being held at Selsey Library. This is being organised by the Alzheimer's Society Sussex. If you're interested in learning about dementia and the support available locally, then do go along and meet representatives from the Alzheimer's Society. That's between 10:30 and 12 on Monday. Also on Monday, there's a beginner's Tai Chi class at the Selsey Centre. This aims to promote emotional and physical health in a very gentle way. If you'd like to book, then do contact Tracy on www.lifeandbalance.org.uk. The class is from 3:30 until 4:30. That is limited availability because I believe it's going to finish on the 24th of July, so just a couple more weeks left to try out beginner's Tai Chi. Then in the early evening, Selsey Basketball at the Academy Sports Hall. From 5 o'clock it's suitable for ages 7 to 11, and then at 6 o'clock age 12 plus. And don't forget the Selsey Striders on Monday. They meet at Hillfield Road Car Park from 6:30 until 7:30. It's suitable for all people who can run 3 miles. Then on Tuesday, the mobile soft play will happen, 10 o'clock until 11:30 for the under-5s at the Selsey Centre. Sue or Tom are the contacts there, 604 642. And then later on in the day, kickboxing for kids, 4:30 until 5:30 at the Selsey Centre. Girls football between 6 and 7 at the Academy, and netball for all at the Academy Sports Hall, 7 o'clock until 8:30. And the Micron Theatre Company are coming to Selsey. They're performing a new play called In at the Deep End, and it's being held at the New Boathouse in aid of the RNLI. So that's from 7:30 until 9 on Tuesday the 11th of July. No more news for now. I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Bye for now.
Thank you, Alison. Now, Keith has quickly changed into his gym gear and has popped over to talk to Penny Cooper. So while he's doing that, I'm going out to look for the Selsey shark.
Right, with me now I've got a young lady called Penny Cooper, and Penny is involved in starting up ladies sports in Selsey. Now she's trying to get all the ladies out there taking part in all manner of sports. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, what kind of sports are we talking about here?
Well, we're being very specific this morning. We're talking about netball, it being one of the most commonly played ladies' sports in the world. We have at least 44 countries because spread abroad with the old empire, and is really one of the most populated sports in the world. It doesn't get the recognition, perhaps, or it certainly didn't, because it was all ladies. But now there's a real drive on with the need to get girls active in sport, carry on sport after their school days, and enjoy it, because very often people don't enjoy sport, and it's a very good thing if they can find something they do enjoy, and netball does offer that sort of opportunity for people.
Yes, especially with netball, especially like many sports, you can play it to whatever level.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
You don't have to be extra specially good at it to start with, but you can
right.
build up your skill level.
Yeah, that's the fun. Yes, especially if you build it up with encouragement. I think one of the problems that a lot of people have with sport is that they feel they should be instantly good. And so when they aren't, and then they don't get the right sort of encouragement, then they feel, oh well, I don't like this anymore, so they go.
I think that happens an awful lot with sports. You know, if somebody takes up a sport, well, I'm no good at it. I'm not going to persevere with it and try and get better. I'm no good at it, so I'm going to pack it up and find something else.
Yeah. Whereas if you've got a good tutor, teacher, coach, they'll say, well, hang on, look, you just started, or even if you've been playing for a while, just look at how you were, say, 6 weeks ago and what you can do now, and generally encourage. It's amazing how you can then get people to change their mind. All right, I'll come back another week,
Because I think a lot of people are worried about their fitness level. I couldn't run around a basketball court or a netball court for more than about 5 minutes. I'd be gasping for breath. And of course, taking part actually will improve your fitness level.
Well, it will, yes, indeed it will. And like a lot of sports, netball, because it's a zonal sport, it's basketball, you're going up and down the whole time, so you're just sort of... Well, in fact, basketball, netball and volleyball were all created as sports by Jamestown University in the States in the 1880s.
Well, really?
Yes, they were. So basketball and netball are very closely connected, hence the height of the post being the same. In basketball it's 10 foot, netball it's 10 foot.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, no, it's a good quiz question.
Well, I haven't played a lot of basketball since I was about 14 years old, and found that if you played basketball you could get in with the girls at school.
Well, actually the interesting thing about netball, quite a few gentlemen are playing now, and in fact in the Selsey Netball Club there is a gentleman playing.
Is it really?
Oh yes, and he's very good.
And
he's been playing since he was 12.
Well, I'm glad he's keeping our end up. Well done, that man. That's what I can say.
Yeah, so but the point is about netball is if you are somebody who likes running, then you can play centre. If you like somebody, you're not so good on the running, but you're better just on the sort of movement skills, and then you can just stay in 1/3 of the course. It's split. Netball split into 3/3. So you've got a defending third, an attacking third, and a centre third, according to which team you are. That's why it's quite good. So that if you're not very fit, there's some positions, the wing defence and wing attack, play in just 2/3, and they don't go into the goal circle. So, and then you've got another position, the goal defence and goal attacks, who can play in 2/3, and they can go in the goal circle, responsible for scoring. If you have G in your name in netball, then you can go into the goal circle. That's how you remember it. If you've got a W, then you're a winger, so you don't go in the circle. And if you're C, you're centre, you go everywhere except the circle. So very easy.
Confused? Really. You will be. Well, I am anyway.
Don't right. It's easier than hockey.
Are there many players in Selsey now? I mean, has it just started up? And
well, we started when I moved down here from. I've been there as well. I've played in Singapore and Hong Kong, and I've played to a high level myself. And now I've got the required coaching level too. As I came down here, as I wrote in the Observer at the time, I was gutted. No netball in Selsey. What am I going to do?
I mean, have a look around you. Most of us are getting on a bit.
Oh no, but surprisingly, there's quite a few people with the right age.
No, there are. I always make fun of the age of the average person in Selsey, but some of them considerably older than me, and they're getting about a lot quicker. So.
Well, they do, and a bit of sport does you so much good, because one of the things about netball is it's a team sport. So the problems that ladies have is that it's very easy once they've got home, they've got commitments at home, the children, their husbands or partners, and it's very easy to say, oh, there's just too much, I won't go. But if you know that you're playing as part of a team, then it's got sort of more status, if you like.
Yeah.
And so the lady has to say, well, I have got this match and I have got to go. And then
So
she
get
comes
your
out,
own dinner.
Well, I won't say I can't go that far.
Husbands all over Selsey now are looking to ban.
They should come and join us. And so as a result, we run the club. It started in 2014 when I'd arrived in April 2014, and I'd got it started. Sorry, January 15. That's right. Got it started in January 15. Youth Dream helped me get started, actually, which is great. Finance and flyers, things like that, and just generally said, yes, okay, this is good, let's go for it. And started off with 8 players. Within 3 months, I had at least enough for a team of very different levels of players at that stage. And it just has gradually grown, mostly by word of mouth and Facebook. We're on Facebook. And so much so that it became necessary to start a league in Chichester so that we could have matches to play. So we started a league in Chichester. There was me and somebody Fishbourne Club and somebody from Midhurst with the committee. And we started a league, which is functioning. In fact, we're playing tonight.
Right.
So the whole thing for Selsey developed from just this little club starting 2 years ago.
The word is spreading.
Yeah, and the word is spreading. And now, because I'm a level 2 coach, we can have people coming in who've what's known in the sort of game as back to netball. In other words, they haven't played since they left school, some of these ladies. And so they can come in at sort of one level, and then other players who have played a lot and are confident, they come in as a player. So we're running 2 teams in the league. We're running one team which is sort of, I say competitive, but even the back to netball team is very competitive too.
From what I've seen in netball, it's fiercely competitive.
Oh yes, it is very competitive.
Which was going to bring me on to my next question. It is quite competitive, quite a competitive sport. It's quite fast moving.
You're right, it
and
is.
There are possibilities that people might fall over and stuff like
That's
that.
Right, yes.
Now, how do you cope with all that in the present or in the modern day?
You mean the risk assessment?
World of risk assessment, and it just fascinates me because you can't do anything nowadays without a risk assessment.
That's very true. Well, all that is covered, of course. We have to do a risk assessment, but when you're an affiliated league, you have insurance and everything through the national body, and so you pick up a lot of the important legal details through them, and so that helps. But the ruling in netball is you can be touching somebody at the moment that you cause that person not to be able to do what they should do. That becomes contact, and then the offending person then is out for the moment, for a few moments, while the pass is retaken or something like that, or a penalty pass or shot is given in the circle.
I thought you were going to say, well, further risk assessments are done.
Yeah, so I'm not falling for that one.
I was only trying to drag it out and watch steam come out of your ears when we mentioned.
So, well, you see, but on the other hand, we're doing the best thing that risk assessments could possibly want, and that is we're giving the people the ability to train their movements so that they won't trip and fall.
Well, exactly that. People need to learn that if you fall over, it hurts.
Yes.
So if you're not prepared to fall over, then don't take part.
And like anything moving, there is always a risk, and it is up to people to learn how to cope with that.
Yes, indeed.
And well, so we are very careful, obviously.
Maybe this will be the thin end of the wedge of people coming to their senses and no longer trying to sue everybody for everything that's their fault.
But if you take part in sport, then you're going to improve your personal awareness, your perception, you're going to be a much better driver because your perception of speed and distance and time will be better, and also your peripheral vision will develop.
How do you feel about the way they treat sports in schools nowadays? Especially telling them, that they can't play this sport because it's competitive.
Well, you have to.
If you
there
don't
is a
learn
way
to
of
be competitive in life,
that's exactly
you'll never
right.
go anywhere.
Yeah, being competitive. I mean, that's why in the league we have a scoring system which includes a point for participation anyway, and then if the losing team scores at least half of the number of goals that the winning team scored, so if you came in with 28 14, the losing team would also score a point for turning up and trying and keeping going when it knew it was losing.
Are you allowed to use that term now, losing? Is there not some...
Well, you should. That's the whole point. We should lose. We should use it. Because there's losing well and there's losing badly, isn't there? Losing badly is just sort of giving up and being cross and all the rest of it. But that's often because you've not been coached or supported properly. If you're getting to halfway and you're making progress, and then you get a bit beyond halfway, and then gradually it takes hours for a team to gel and a team to meld together. And a lot of players have been playing for a number of years. I mean, it takes about 30,000 hours to make an international player.
Good grief.
And that's not just in netball. I mean, that's a general.
Yeah.
I'm not being, just talking in general terms. And so if you've just sort of come on, you're sort of 28 and you've been playing at school 12 years ago, we'll have to do the maths. You won't have done those numbers of hours. So you come to a club, which is a back to netball club, and, we take you through the moves, and you see people improve because we encourage, we have a laugh, we go down the pub.
Oh,
yes, we definitely go down the pub, cheesy chips, with bacon.
Well, I can only say thanks for coming in, Penny, and explaining to us about the netball in Selsey, and I'm sure you're going to get more people want to come along. You'll be running 3 or 4 teams before long.
Yes, I need another level 2 coach with me.
Right.
We should just say that we practice on Tuesdays from 7 till 8:30 at the academy. Yes, because they have got the most wonderful indoor court. It is just sensational. We're practicing outside at the moment because they've got exams in there, but so far we've had good weather and we've been fine. So even when the snow is on the ground, as long as you can get to the court, we will welcome anybody who just really wants to come and learn to play.
And if people want more information, how do they get hold of you?
Best thing is my phone number, I suppose. Well, my mobile phone is 07762 922 405.
There we go. Now, if you'd like to take up netball or basketball or any of those sorts of sports, I'm sure before very much longer, Penny Lundell, old town, jumping up and down, throwing balls through hoops.
Well, netball is my passion.
Yeah, it certainly shows. Well, thanks once again, Penny, for coming in, and I just hope you can encourage more people to take up netball.
Well, I'll come in again when we're starting the mixed team, and you guys can start.
yes, jolly good. I think I'm washing my hair now. Well, thank you.
Penny. Great pleasure.
Thanks for that. And now back to Alison.
Hello there, and welcome once again to our weekly look at what's happening in the Witterings and Bracklesham. First of all, on Tuesday, we have the Rookwood Lawn Tennis Club group coaching session. That's from 10 until 11, and then again 11 until 12, £4 an hour, and it's held at the West Wittering Sports Field. Over at Bracklesham Barn, between 10 and 11:30, the Little Explorers meet to play and learn together. There's also yoga with Elaine at Bracklesham Barn from 9:30 until 10:30, second session 10:45 to 11:45. Also on Tuesday, Steady and Strong, strength and balance class at Bracklesham Barn between 2:30 and 3:30 in the afternoon. Then early evening, it's the Beginner Ukulele Club at Bracklesham Barn from 6:30 until 8:30. And in the evening, Community Pop Choir rehearses at West Wittering Memorial Hall. That's from 7 until 9. And the Badminton Club meet at Bracklesham Barn between 7:30 and 9:30. And don't forget, on a Tuesday, there's free pool at Pond Barn. Wednesday now. Bracklesham Barn, 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock, we have a drop-in and play for adults only. That's table tennis on a Wednesday morning. Also Wednesday morning at Bracklesham Barn, 9 until 11, is the CBT motorcycle training, but that is a pre-booked session only. In the afternoon, belly dancing with Step Inside between 1 and 2, and then in the evening, Louise will be taking her Zumba class at Bracklesham Barn between 6:30 and 7:30. And there's surf conditioning at the barn, but I don't have any more details on that, I'm afraid. Also on Wednesday, we've got the Get Together Club at 2 o'clock at East Wittering Village Hall. You need to contact Jane, 672 358, or Mike and Julie on 670 134. It's also the day for line dancing at the Royal British Legion from 7 o'clock until 9, and all are very welcome to that. On Thursday the 6th of July, Busybugs Toddler Gym at Bracklesham Barn from 9:30 until 12 noon. And over at the Witterings Medical Centre we have Stitch and Yarn between 10:30 and 12:30, and of course Knit and Natter at East Wittering Library between 11 and 12:30. It's also the morning for the Witterings Art Group between 10 and 12 at West Wittering Memorial Hall. Then in the afternoon there's a Keep Fit exercise class at East Wittering Village Hall. That's from 2 until 3. And at West Wittering Memorial Hall it's also the day for the short mat bowls. 2 sessions there, one in the morning, 10 till 12, the other one in the afternoon, 2 until 4. Chris is your contact for that, 07788 111 325 for the West Wittering short mat bowls. And then on Thursday evening, 6 until 7, there's a mixed ability Pilates group at East Wittering Village Hall. There's also private ballroom and Latin classes at East Wittering Village Hall from 7 o'clock onwards. You need to book that one at www.strictlydancinguk.co.uk. During the term time, of course, Junior Youth Club meet at the Youth Centre. That's for ages 8 to 12 from 5 until 6:30, followed by the 12 to 17-year-olds from 6:30 until 8:30. Both of those at the Youth Centre. And then on a Thursday, it's also British Legion's bingo evening at 7:30. The Thursday group will be meeting on the 6th at Bracklesham Barn from 2 until 4. Helen can give you more information on that, 672174, or Marjorie on 672696. And it's movie night at Bracklesham Barn on Thursday at 7:30. Now they're showing Hidden Figures. Those of you living in Selsey and listening to this might be interested in going, because that's the film that was cancelled last week. So if you missed that one, try going to Bracklesham on the 6th of July. Then Friday we have Pilates at Bracklesham Barn, 9:30 until 10:30. In the afternoon, short mat bowls at Bracklesham Barn from 2 until 4. At East Wittering Village Hall in the afternoon, Coastliners line dancing from 2 until 5. And also in the afternoon, there's the Rookwood Lawn Tennis Club group coaching session. This is for beginners, from 2 o'clock until 2:45 at West Wittering Sports Field. And in the evening, the UK Film Academy will be held at Bracklesham Barn from 5 until 9. And at Pond Barn, it's jukebox night from 7 until midnight. At East Wittering Village Hall, once again, the private ballroom and Latin class. If you'd like to book that, then go to www.strictlydancinguk.co.uk. Every Sunday at Bracklesham Barn, Windrush Church have their meeting beginning at 10:30, and in the evening at Pond Barn, it's quiz night, and that one begins at 8. On Mondays at Bracklesham Barn, 9:15 until 10:15, it's low-impact aerobics. And there's also the Little Ducklings Mother and Toddler group meeting at the barn between 9:30 and 11:30. Short mat bowls between 10:30 and 1 at the barn, and then in the evening, Louise runs her Zumba class between 6:30 and 7:30. And at East Wittering Village Hall, line dancing from 7 until 10. Yoga with Elaine, of course, at Bracklesham Barn as usual, 7 until 8:30. And there's also ARO Ladies Beginner Kickboxing with Verity. That's between 7:30 and 8:30 as well. Back to Tuesday now. Don't forget the Rookwood Lawn Tennis Club group coaching session. 2 of those, 10 until 11 and 11 until 12. £4 per person per hour at West Wittering Sports Field. It's also the morning for the Little Explorers Play and Learn Together. They start at 10, finishing at 11:30 at Bracklesham Barn. 2 sessions of Elaine's yoga class at Bracklesham Barn, 9:30 until 10:30 and 10:45 to 11:45. In the afternoon at Bracklesham Barn, Steady and Strong Strength and Balance will be held. That's from 2:30 until 3:30. And in the evening, it's the Beginner Ukulele Club at Bracklesham Barn, 6:30 until 8:30. At West Wittering Memorial Hall on a Tuesday evening, the Community Pop Choir rehearse. That's from 7 until 9. And at Bracklesham Barn in the evening, there's the badminton club between 7:30 and 9:30. And don't forget, on a Tuesday, there's free pool at Pond Barn. No more news for now, so I'll speak to you again next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you, Alison. Well, I couldn't find the Selsey shark, but here's something worse. It's our quizmaster, Kevin.
Hi there, it's Kevin the Quiz. This week's quiz, 5 general knowledge questions. What connects all the answers? Question number 1. What salad is made up of celery, apple, walnuts and grapes? Question number 2. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world were gardens? What were they called? Question number 3. Which British Army rank is above captain but immediately below lieutenant colonel? What is that rank? Question number 4. Astrology. What is the symbol of the star sign Libra? And question number 5. Who was the tallest member of Monty Python? So there's your questions. What connects all the answers? Something very specific.
Thanks, Kevin, and that's me done for another week, and it just remains for me to thank all our contributors, including Local Life magazine, our sound editor John Mallett, our presenters Alison, Kevin and Keith, not forgetting, of course, our producer John Fletcher. So it's goodbye from me, Tony Weiner, until next time, bye.